and Indiana getting their drive started from their own 25. And again, this is a game of momentum, so 3 and out or any sort of no scoring here for Indiana could be big.
And Indiana, you look at in the trenches, that's where Indiana's offense is predicated, the success of the run game. -3 rush yards through 2 offensive possessions right now for Indiana. That has to change.
Kalon Black will get a first look at him for the first time as the Indiana halfback. Ball's on the far side hash at Indiana's own 25. Pistol formation with Black behind Mendoza. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Chest high snap will turn to hand it off, but it is Kalon Black powering off tackle to the left side and diving for the 30-yard line. He was just short of it at the 29, so a pickup of 3 and a 2nd and 7 coming up.
Indiana's O-line, that left side, Drew Evans and Pat Coogan in the middle as well, getting a great push. Carter Smith did a good job sealing the edge. Black has that explosive burst of speed, and he showed it right there. That's a good start to the drive for Indiana.
Kalon Black, that second running back, 55 carries coming into today. They'll go with a bunch formation on the far side for a 2nd and medium from their own 29. Snap back, fakes the handoff. Now Mendoza rolls out right, being chased. He's got a man for a first down. Omar Cooper caught and took it up to the 40-yard line before he's bulldozed out of bounds by Jaden Kennedy. But Kennedy was the nickelback that he beat to pick up the first down.
Good job by Mendoza there of staying poised as he was rolling. He had pressure coming in his direction, but Cooper was shadowing him a few yards up the field. Easy pitch and catch and moving the chains for Indiana.
New lead for Oregon. They lead 7-3 with 4:10 to play in the first quarter. We'll go pistol formation for Indiana from their own 41 on the first attempt. Now Black moves to the right hip of Mendoza. Twins to the far side, a 2 tight end set. Takes the snap, handoff to the left side. Kalon Black breaks a tackle into Oregon territory and into the secondary. He's tripped up at the 45-yard line of Oregon by the strong safety Aaron Flowers. A strong run for Kalon Black.
Talked about that initial burst of speed by Black. He doesn't need much, averaging over 6 yards a carry this season. Both of these teams have phenomenal run games, and now Indiana's starting to find some rhythm.
Back-to-back first down plays for Indiana. 2 tight end set on the right side, 1 receiver to each side for Mendoza. Chest high snap. He's going to have a 3-step drop back before looking right, firing a spiral to the first down marker, caught by Omar Cooper at the 34 before falling out of bounds. Another Indiana first down.
It's where Indiana struggled against Iowa in pass protection, but there, great job by Kalon Black picking up that extra pass rusher and giving Mendoza time to throw Cooper open near the boundary. That is a key for Indiana if you want to establish that balanced offense as this game goes along.
Indiana trying to respond after Oregon's 45-yard touchdown pass to Malik Benson. 2 receivers out to the far side. We'll go trips now. Roman Hemby motions that way. Empty backfield for Mendoza. He'll take the snap, quick screen pass out left to Elijah Surratt, following his blockers and falling down right near the first down marker at about the 23-yard line, and it will move the chains. That's Omar Cooper, I beg your pardon. So Indiana nearing the red zone, and that is 4 straight first down plays for Indiana.
Great job by Indiana there. The blockers getting downfield. Cooper really was kind of pushing them, but Indiana got a great push at the line of scrimmage, perfect screen pass, and the chains were moving now.
1st and 10, now at the Oregon 23-yard line. Ball moves to the middle of the field, and the trips go to the right side of Mendoza. Stomps his feet a couple of times before taking the snap. Another screen, this time to the near side. Omar Cooper fell on his own and didn't have anywhere to go at the line of scrimmage. Bryce Betcher, the middle linebacker, met him there, and he will strip him up.
Yeah, I think Indiana trying to go back to the well there, but Cooper kind of lost his footing. He wasn't going to get much anyway. I think that was an option play where Mendoza could have handed it off. Instead, he pulled it, tried for the screen pass. Might have wanted to see him hand it off there if you're head coach Kurt Cignetti.
After 4 straight first down plays, Indiana has a 2nd and 10 coming up from Oregon's 23. Trips again, this time to the left. Roman Hemby moves left hip to the right hip of Mendoza. 1 receiver out right, no tight ends. He takes the snap and will hand it off. Hemby following a blocker up the middle. He's got a convoy before being hit from behind to the 17-yard line. Picked up about 6 on the play. It's a pretty good run and a nice drive for Kalon Black, but a 3rd and 4 inside the red zone for IU. They trail by 4, 7-3 Oregon, 1:20 to play in the first quarter in a loud, rocking Autzen Stadium.
This is where you talk about getting punched and being able to punch back. You don't want to settle for a field goal here if you're Indiana. You can take the wind out of Oregon's sails by keeping this drive moving.
They go trips for the third straight play to the far side. The running back on the right hip of Mendoza. One receiver outright. 3rd and 4 from Oregon 17. Takes a chest-high snap. Looks left. He's got room up the middle. He'll take it himself. Got the first down inside the 5 and diving forward for the 2-yard line. Fernando Mendoza took it himself. Jerry Mixon eventually tracked him down, but Indiana's inside the 5.
And that's the thing. When you give Mendoza time, he is comfortable if he doesn't see anything downfield taking off. Mendoza over 100 rushing yards this season, and I'm surprised Oregon did not keep a spy there to account for him. He had all kinds of room.
IU trying to take the lead black. They trail by 4 with 20 seconds on the first quarter clock. 1st and goal at Oregon's 3. Man coming in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Hemby up the middle. Powering through a defender and scoring. IU takes the lead back. Roman Hemby. His first touchdown as an Indiana Hoosier.
Robinson, Corey Sands, Marcus Tankersley, CJ Ray, and Dallas Cox. It will be Ray to tip against Sam Alexis, the starting 5'4" Indiana, who will win the tip. He's out there with the point guard Connor Enright, Tayton Connerway, and the 2 stars for this Indiana team, Tucker DeVries and Lamar Wilkerson. Nice drive by Enright, and immediately a dunk for Sam Alexis to get us started.
And Ben, this hasn't been said often this year, and it won't be said that often throughout the rest of the year. Indiana a significant size advantage in this game.
The biggest player in the starting lineup for Chicago State stands at 6'6". Take your pick, CJ Ray and Dallas Cox as well. Here's a 3 from Sands. It's off the mark, but Chicago State keeps possession. Rebounding going to be a big key for them. They rebounded pretty well against Bowling Green in that loss last time out. And that one, nice defensive play by Enright. That's off of Robinson. It'll go the other way.
And that has been one of the points of contention for Indiana, Ben, closing out defensive possessions with defensive rebounds. This is a Chicago State team, as you mentioned, that rebounds well. They're top 100 in the country with 12.8 offensive rebounds a game. That's something Indiana's going to have to take care of this afternoon.
You scout Chicago State, it's pretty tough to really get their pace because they really have 2 different types of paces on the offensive side and defensive side. They are in your grill, though, full court press on the defensive side of things. They like to slow it down on offense, though. Indiana, they shoot a lot of threes. That's the name of their game. And you're going to see one from Wilkerson right here, and he'll knock it down. Coming off that Big Ten player of the week honor just a week ago, a 44-point game against Penn State. He just got honored before tip here.
Yeah, Ben, we talked about the frantic nature of Chicago State's defense. I'm not sure doubling off the weak side off of Lamar Wilkerson, who just got honored pregame for setting a new program record in 3 points made. I'm not sure that's the recipe for success.
Nice start for Indiana. Robinson almost lost it at his own feet, but a nice cut by Sands. And the pump fake, there's the first points for Chicago State today. Corey Sands in the starting lineup today, he's only averaging 1.1 point per game. This is his 4th start of the year. But even when he gets starts, doesn't play a ton of minutes, only 25 minutes twice this year. Wilkerson left open again, can't do that, and he'll make him pay. Lamar Wilkerson's got 2 threes to start. He had 10 of them against Penn State in that 41-point win. And then really, next game against Kentucky, we talked to Darren DeVries, wasn't on the floor a whole lot with foul trouble.
Yeah, and the last time Lamar Wilkerson was in this building, he obviously did that 44-point performance, 10 threes, and he's picking up right where he left off.
Indiana hasn't missed a shot yet. It's 8-10. Tankers lead to the rim and falling away. Tough defense. Here's Wilkerson again, no numbers. And Enright looking for his second assist of the game, and he'll get it. 3 for 3 from 3 for the Hoosiers. 2 for Wilkerson and 1 from Connerway, and that's what this Indiana team does. Top 40 nationally in three-pointers made per game.
Not only that, assists as well, 19 per game on the year.
Tough take for Malik Robinson. He's really been a bright spot for Chicago State, at least in the last 5 games. They get a ton of minutes at the beginning of the year as a true freshman from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but he's inserted himself in the starting lineup. It's his 3rd straight start. DeVries trying to find somebody. And we'll get it off to the Troy Chancer Conaway. Heat check, Wilkerson, yes! Heat check is Lamar Wilkerson's nickname. He's had a lot of those this year, and he's 3 for 3 from long distance to start.
Benny said after that Penn State game that the basket, it looked like an ocean. I wonder what it's looking like early in this game for him.
75 to 80% of Chicago State scoring comes from 3 players. Here's Tankersley is one of those 3 guys, and Ray's the other in the starting lineup, but has nothing on Alexis. 5 on the shot clock. Chicago State has float something up. Oh, what a bailout foul. Nice shot by Robinson attacking. He got the foul call from Enright. You'll learn a little bit about that 3rd player, who was actually their leading scorer off the bench, Joel Cockerill.
See, they're just a little bit too aggressive there for Enright. That's something that Darren DeVries is trying to really get rid of for his team. Guys like Enright, guys like Connor Way-Wilkerson, their value is on the floor. So when you pick up cheap fouls like that early, it takes away from that.
CJ Ray can't connect. Rebound, battle around, and into the hands of Indiana. Talked about rebounding on the Chicago State side. No way. A little bit short for Wilkerson. The last one was a heat check. I don't know what that was. But Aaron DeVries says he has that sort of green light from anywhere he wants. That is the first miss of the game for Indiana. Tankersley working with Ray again. He'll try again and sink one. CJ Ray is a 37% three-point shooter, one of the best shooters from distance on this Cougars team. And they've cut the deficit to just 7, 14-7. Next whistle, we'll get our under-16 timeout. First sub of the game for Indiana is Reed Bailey. And he's going to try to set a screen here on DeVries. You see that aggressive, pesky defense from Chicago State. Under 10 of the shot clock. Here's DeVries, just a bit long. And a foul on Chicago State. Try to stop Bailey from grabbing the offensive board. That's on Dallas Cox. Just one miss came on a super heat check for Indiana so far.